Dow Jones lost 1,100 points overnight. Now, we warned this since last week, and the Nasdaq collapsed 1,000 points also from the peak. Guys, this is Cal once again, and I cannot believe this is happening. I've been telling everyone about this Dow Jones coming down, and everyone takes me for a laugh, but it's okay. It's always like this. Now, the thing is, let's look at the market right now. The Dow Jones is down by 1,100 points, and the main selling came after the Federal Reserve meeting. Now, the thing is that we all know that Federal Reserve most likely will do a 12-point basis cut. We all saw that. But the thing is this. After that, Jerome Powell come in and his community says that there will be less than four. In fact, they say only two rate cut, and that immediately led the market to sell off right all the way to the closing itself. Now, this is the worst streak since 1974. 10 straight days of selling. So the thing is this, not only that itself, at the same time, we saw the VIX shooting up by 74%. That's a very high number, up by 11.75 point. Now, the VIX itself is a very good indicator to actually explain the current situation or the fear factor here. But of course, we cannot deny this. Every time when the VIX actually goes out of the top itself, right, the market pulls back. But if you remember what happened back in this August period, we have the VIX shooting up all the way like this before coming down. So I suspect that this is what exactly I mentioned, that 18th December could be a very good time to watch out for a market potential U-turn. Yes, I mentioned it before. Yes, indeed. Just 5 days ago, I said that, right, there might be a pullback all the way until 18 December, and it's actually happening right now. As a matter of fact, I also gave a statement to say that the Nasdaq will be at a peak about 22,100. That'll be the peak, and the Nasdaq actually put down 1,000 points from there itself. So congratulations to all my students who have profited from the market. Well done. Now the thing is this. Let's look at the market right now once again. Now, as you can see over here, that the market here shows very clearly that the market peaks somewhere around 45,140. Now, that was based on the extrapolation of the trend line that I showed previously, and the market peaks around somewhere around here. And then I mentioned that there's a very crucial number at 44,360. This is a very crucial level because that was the neckline of the market. And once the market broke below the neckline, that was where the selling is. And I gave a number, and that was the 42,883, which is a 5% marker. Now, based on what we see right now, the market is close below it, right? So there is a good chance that the market may be going for the 92.5 level. That's about 41,000. About 41,880 level, somewhere around there. So I suspect that the Dow could be testing this figure tonight or latest Monday, Tuesday. Okay, but is that a point for us to sell? No, I mean, if you feel to sell at the top, then it's a pointless to do it right now because we mentioned that the pullback will be until about 18 December. Hence, therefore, most likely the market may actually recover from there. And how do we get all this information from? Very simple, our system, the crazy system, right? Remember, we told you about how our system works. So once the color change over right here, we know that the market has turned to sell mode. But what really gave us a very strong sell signal when the boys start to sell? When the big boys start to sell somewhere around here, we know that that was the selling point. And at the same time, we noticed that that was below the MA30. And with this combination itself, we know that the market most likely will take away the big rally of Trump, right? When Trump became president, the market rallied by 1,500 points. I gave a warning back then. I said that eventually this will give back, and now it's happening right on. So once again, all this shows that as long as you follow the system, you can make money for the market. And of course, for the Nasdaq, we can see over here as well, this was a selling point. We know the boys were selling, so that's why we follow in to sell. And again, all of us have profited from it. And the S&P 500 was the best. It consolidated for almost 7 days, but we can see the sell signal on the boys indicator was very, very strong. You're just waiting for the catalyst, and when the market breaks below the MA30 and also break below the pivot 2 level 6,000, we know that the selling will come. But honestly, I didn't expect to happen in a single day, so we didn't really capitalize the whole run itself, but it's okay. This is how trading is. So let's read back and go to fundamental. Why the market is so upset? Well, basically, you must understand what actually happened. The community from the Federal Reserve actually stunned everyone. They didn't expect to have this note. We know that there'll be lesser cut, but not to a point of from 4 down to 2. And that even showed there's a possibility that the Fed may actually tighten rates along the way. Now, think about this. Everybody wants the Federal Reserve to cut more rates so that they can give more liquidity to the market. But when the Fed decided not to cut and they may even increase, now this actually makes people very upset. And of course, you can see from the latest dot plot, it shows that the market community members, most of them are looking at only 2 rate cuts, some even 1. So with all these things itself, right, remember, we talk about the very important point, which is this is the federal fund rate target. I showed this many months ago, and I showed it again and again. When the Federal Reserve start to cut rate at a very alarming speed itself, we have to be very, very careful, because we've seen it before in 2001, 2008, 2020. Every time when the Fed cuts rate too fast, the stock market goes, or the economy goes into a recession. Yes, a recession. And we already said that most likely 2025 will be a recession. And I'm going to stick to my guns on this. I believe that 2025 we will see a recession. And that's the reason why I believe that the Fed knows about this and they're trying to make sure that they don't get into trouble. But again, from the way they are now doing this, is actually giving the market an insight that there could be trouble coming ahead. So now with this thing itself for January 29, it seems to be there will be no rate cut, 93.6% no rate cut, and only 6.4% a rate cut. And of course, by the March period, then there might be a rate cut. Now think about this right now. From now till March, no rate cut. There'll be no stimulus package coming in the way. So with all these things itself, right, I believe the first 3 months there will be selling in the market. And if you look back in my history, I said this before, that I believe by the first quarter of 2025, the stock market will be down by 15%. I already said that in my video. Watch the previous one. So now the fear and greed index is now at the fear level. And we saw this before. The moving average was very far away from the index back then. I mentioned that usually if there's going to be a pullback, the market will go back to the moving average. So I did for you. What is the number? Interesting. This is the same number that the Wall Street are using, 5,700 level. Yes, indeed. So the market now is saying that if the market pull back down, it could be going back to the 5,700 level. And I think that it could be going there if the market go drastic. But if you ask me, maybe this figure will be better. That means that somewhere around 41,885. I think 41,885 will be a good level to buy back your shorts, and then maybe we can see a bit of a Santa Claus rally before we get again. I believe that that might happen. All right, guys. So this is my view for the stock market. I will once again congrats to those who follow us, and well done. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.